Welcome to the 53rd episode of the Brave News channel. I am your host, Shali, and we're here with the fantastic Risky.
Hello.
Hello, Risky. Today you're not feeling so well, but we still have to deliver the news because this is the channel and the video that brings you all of the hottest information for your favorite application, Brave Frontier Global, available to you on iOS, Android, as well as Amazon devices and Windows. We have a lot of platforms that you can enjoy our game in. Risky, do you want to give your disclaimer now?
Oh yeah, I mean, my voice is going to sound a little bit funny for the whole recording, so please bear with me on that.
I mean, I think it sounds just fine. Risky's a little bit sick, so he's not feeling 100% today, but he's still going to do his best to give you guys the information that you need, because that's our job. That's what we're here for. We know that you guys want to hear about all the awesome content that we have in store for you guys this month. Now, Risky, can you start us off with what we can expect?
All right, so the first thing we are going to have is the World Heroes Unite, which is a special campaign to gain a World Hero Selector ticket. And the highlight of this campaign is the World Hero Selector ticket on day 18th, where you can actually get this ticket to obtain previously released EU units like Ophiuchus, Euteria, or Gilgamesh.
Okay.
This is one of the three of the highlight of the unit, but there are a total of 13 EU units inside.
All right, so 13 European version of Brave Frontier units.
BFRPG,
well, officially BFRPG.
RPG,
yes. Sorry. That's really exciting because I don't have that many of them since, they're not very common in the game. So I'm really looking forward to that. And Hero Selector tickets are like the brand new hottest thing. I love them.
Yes.
I absolutely am here for them. So that's very exciting.
I think that's probably the best for players as well, because in the past there's this functions that was very desirable from the Japanese version that we wanted to do, but hey, we actually are giving it away in our login campaign. So the requirement is simple. Players just need to log in
18
regularly.
days. Well,
for 18
technically
days.
Every day. Please log in every day so that you can get as many rewards as possible. But Hero Selector ticket, obviously a very, very valuable reward that you can exchange for an even more valuable unit. And the unit pool is very small and it's very unique, so make sure that you don't miss out on this wonderful reward. I know that I won't.
Okay, so together with the World Heroes Unite, there will be a release of an additional unit from the BFRPG as well, and I'll pass it to Shali to introduce the unit.
That's right, one of those units is going to be Frigg. We did mention one of the previous BNCs that she was going to be making an appearance, and Frigg is Odin's wife. She kind of watches over all of the realms, and she is the one who actually created the Valkyries. So the Valkyrie units that we see from Brave Frontier RPG were created by Frigg herself as a goddess. A Nordic goddess, I guess you could say. I absolutely love that she's just all green. She's very nature prone, very resemblant of Gaia, just the world as a whole. I really like her design. What do you think about her design, Ricky?
Yeah, I love the soft green color and the way she floats and pose and everything just give a vibe of goddess. Yeah,
she's very ethereal.
Very, very ethereal, yes.
Exactly.
That's the right word to describe it.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing more European units making their way through Brave Frontier Global because they're absolutely lovely, and I don't usually get to play with them a lot, so it's very exciting to see what it is that they have to offer in the game. Okay, well, we have more content coming for you guys, especially with the lovely holiday of Valentine's coming up. Risky, can you tell us more about what we can expect for Valentine's Day?
So as our annual celebration of Valentine in Brave Frontier, we always come up with a new kind of couple or a love-related theme here. So we are going to have this two new dungeon, the special dungeon called the Fiend Zone. It sounds like something very familiar.
Yeah, I mean,
something zone.
Hashtag RIP to all of those, myself included, who have been put in the friend zone at one time or another in our lives.
Past, yeah.
But this is the Fiend Zone, so
the
it's a little bit different.
And we also have the daily dungeon called Daily Delves. And you can obtain precious tokens for the bazaar. And the bazaar reward itself will be new L gifts for the Valentine's Day event, the Twisted Destiny and Mercury Cross, and also the unit, the reward unit, Renatus. Renatus as well. Yeah. So Renatus is a special unit where you can only purchase from the bazaar after players has at least obtained one of the unit from login campaign or challenge mission. So remember the order. You have to either get it from login campaign or get it from challenge mission, meaning that you need to have the unit before you can redeem it in the bazaar itself. Right. I think this is quite a common mechanic that we have been using so far. So for the new users, just keep in mind on this. Yeah. So let's go deeper into the unit itself. Shali?
Sure. Well, I love this like full body picture of Renatus here that we, it's still work in progress, but he looks absolutely amazing. I love his style. But let's look at the unit itself and what we can expect. I am in love with his eyeballs. That's probably a very weird sentence that not many people say very often, but I don't know if it's like, it just looks like he's got a bunch of like eyeliner going on. I don't know what it is, but I dig it. I love his look. Now, I don't know that he looks it just from his appearance, but he was actually raised in a very religious household. He was sent to, a religious school, and, in an act of rebellion one day, he went off into a cave, and by chance, or by a miracle, I guess we could say, he found some very ancient relics that belonged to a saint, or that were part of, a saint's like belongings. And so he became to be seen as this like uber like miraculous figure that for some reason had a knack for finding things that were holy or sacred, when he was just really trying to kind of like, just do something fun or out of the ordinary. So it's a very interesting backstory. I guess, if you condense it, he's kind of like a treasure hunter of sorts. But I love his design. I very much dig in this like medieval, I don't know if it's okay to say, but I'm getting a lot of like Castlevania vibes from Renatus, and I am absolutely here for it. Absolutely love it. What do you think of his design, Risky?
Yeah, I was like trying to find that word, the vampire hunter kind of thing.
Yes, exactly. Very Castlevania, very Van Helsing. Yeah. Absolutely lovely.
It's pretty nice and neat as well. I think the design itself, and for water element, I'm more interested to see like how his animation going to be.
I hope it's holy water. If he's into religion, then it's got to be holy water what he's tossing at the enemies, because that would make perfect sense. Yeah. Cool, so that's Renatus for you guys, and then of course he is the reward unit, but we will have a unit that you guys can summon for this Valentine's as well, and that's going to be Nimra. Now Nimra is, how to explain it? I don't want to put her in a category. I don't want to say, she's a succubus or a demon or anything. She's just, let's call her a fiend. She's your fiend, and she's maybe your friend, depending on the situation. But Nimra is actually in one of the tombs or in one of the caves that Renatus usually tries to explore for like relics, because she was kind of sealed there by her master, and so she's kind of guarding over her master's like stash. And a lot of people have gone to this cave and tried to come out with the treasure, but none of them have come out. So I guess maybe what we're building up to is maybe Renatus finds this cave, and now it's his turn to see if he can get out with the loot. And what happens once he comes out of the loot? Does Nimra stay in there guarding nothing, or does she finally gain her freedom? We don't really know. I think this is where the story is going. But her design, I love all the gold. The gold is absolutely exquisite. Very fitting for a thunder unit. What do you think of Nimra?
Those swords just kills me literally. Like it really awesome. I mean, like I think we don't really have much kind of like spiritual sword, kind of like a spirit type of sword design in the unit, and I think we go a little bit overboard here in terms of like you see the character itself is really small, but all the effect at the back.
She's got a big personality, you know what I'm saying? Like all personality. Exactly. Okay. Well, very much looking forward to both Renatus and Nimra to come to their coming. I'm looking forward for them to come to Brave Frontier. I'm tripping over my words. I'm too distracted by the pretty art. Like I just keep looking and I don't want to look away. So excuse me for that. But we do have more content in store for you guys. Risky, can you tell us more about Grand Quest?
Right. So for the Grand Quest X6, we'll have the Grand Quest X6 Episode 1, the Echoing Void. So there will be another Grand Quest Episode 2, the Return of the Ire, this coming month. So I think right now there's not so much detail about this, but look forward for the update from the team itself. But I believe that players are looking forward for this, the next Grand Quest. So yeah. Stick around for it.
I mean, it's very fun to have Grand Quests that are episodic because one story is actually connected to the other, whereas most Grand Quests is just like, this is the story for this and that's finished, and then this is the story for this and that's finished. But this is like episode 1 leading into episode 2, which is Return of the Heir. Who is the heir? Why is he or she returning? We don't know, but it's all connected to the unit that I'm going to discuss right now, which is Altered Destiny Summon Unit Evie. Her full name is actually Evgenia, if I'm saying that correctly. But, you know, for short, they all call her Evie. Now, Evie looks like a certain someone that we may or may have not seen before already in Brave Frontier. Again, I am not going to tell you who that might be. That's something for you to figure out. But she is the daughter of Gortius and Miriam, who we did introduce in the past BNC already. And she is from Elysia, where Estia is from, where Xenon is from. And she has a very special relationship with Estia, which is also something that I'm not going to divulge here today. I don't really want to give too much away because it's just fun to connect the dots by ourselves, but I am absolutely in love with her navy blue hair. That is the most beautiful color that I've seen on hair in a good long time. What do you think of this design, Risky?
Super agree. I super agree with your
Thank you.
your assessment on her. I mean, on top of the blue hair, those butterfly, I don't know, like the floating butterfly things looks really familiar to certain unit, but I guess everyone can draw the link now.
Yeah, well, everybody likes a good butterfly once in a while. But yeah, they do look sort of familiar.
It seems to be the part of Elysian, I don't know, attribute or something.
It might be.
Yeah.
Or it might be depending on the person, because some people in Elysia, for example, like Xenon, are a little bit more hardened, and they don't necessarily have the cutesy butterflies around. But I think it is a manifestation of her power. She has a lot of very powerful magic that she wields as her weapon. So I think it's just kind of like a compromise between her having to be strong, but also just wanting to be herself. So you see that she's got these really powerful weapons ready to go, but her innocence is not yet lost, and I think that shows in the butterflies. I'm getting real deep here, but I think this is what it all means. This is my interpretation of Evie, and hopefully you guys are excited to see her in the game. I know that I am. I cannot wait to see her in action. She looks absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Okay, now moving on to another thing that you guys can expect for Grand Quest, number 6 for Global is some alternate art. Now, from this silhouette, I think I want to say that it's impossible to guess who it is that might be hiding behind this silhouette. But if it's connected to Grand Quest, then maybe you can start guessing, right, of who this might be. But this is going to be a reward, right? If you clear Grand Quest?
I think it's not decided yet from by the team, but we will definitely share the update. As usual, the alternate art is usually a reward on clearing something or when you redeem something from the bazaar. So as for now, there is no detail on this yet.
Okay, so we're not sure on how to get it just yet, but know that is coming and that it is connected to Grand Quest.
Yeah.
All right.
We just don't know that who this unit is. I can't really tell from just the silhouette itself.
No, it's very hard to tell what is going on, to be quite honest with you. But I like that because it adds to the mystery, and then people can just like keep wondering who could it be, and hopefully maybe you guys can guess who it is. You can leave your comments down below, and if you guess it, then everybody will know that you are like the Brave Frontier know-it-all. You're the master of Brave Frontier alternate illustrations.
All right.
All right, what do we have next up, Risky?
All right, so next content will be the Vortex Arena Season 5, the Terrestrial Showdown preview.
Yes.
So this time around we have the Earth element. We have, as usual, we will have the adjustment of daily and overall rank rewards. Exclusive spheres in overall rank rewards, which is rank 1 to 1,500, just the Golden Horn, and 1,501 to 6,000 to be the Goat's Compassion. So even Event Bazaar from the previous season will be added as well. The Ox Langor will be added.
Excellent.
So as you can see, this looks very familiar to like I guess the part of like a goat.
Yes.
Or what do you call it? A ram?
The ram. I prefer the term ram. Yes.
Ram, yeah.
Because the rams have like the curly like horns.
Horn.
Goats usually just have like tiny kind of like horns that stick out like that. So I think this is probably closer to a ram, but ram, goat, not too huge a difference. I think everybody will know what we're talking about. But speaking of rams and or goats, we have a brand new unit that is joining us just for this occasion, and that unit is Alphie. And Alphie is absolutely adorable.
Yes.
And his name matches very, very well because his name is really cute as well. And of course, Alphie is just another contestant in Emperor Yu's competition to see who is going to become his assistant. And when he landed in the human realm, he landed in all of the mountains and the beautiful like forest. Oh my goodness, I just hit the table really hard. I'm sorry about that. But as I was saying, he goes around the mountains, and he is just a very kind traveler. He knows his way around, and so when he meets anybody who gets lost in the mountains or is trying to find their way, he will be the one to guide them. He'll be like, oh, you can go this way. Make sure you don't go down that cliff because that one's really dangerous. That is what Alphie's taken up doing, and he's done it so much that it has become a rumor that there is now a fairy who lives, an elven fairy who lives in the mountains who helps lost travelers and people like that. Of course, that fairy is not really a fairy. It happens to be Alphie, but people are prone to believe whatever they're going to believe. They see like a goat man just hanging about a mountain. Of course, that's usually not something you see every day. So
right.
He's absolutely adorable. What do you think, Risky?
I think the level of illustration here is like like our usual alternate art. It's like they are so detailed. You can see the stones, grasses, flowers, and even
the surroundings. So much
it's
nature.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's a must to collect unit.
I love his goatee.
Yeah.
I love that he has a goatee because he's a goat. Like, we couldn't just like not have the goatee, right? But we don't have many characters in Brave Frontier, or if any, that have goatees. So Alphie might be the first, or he's top 3 definitely, because we really don't see that very often. So very unique character for you guys to look forward to coming up on the next Vortex Arena season. All right, what do we have going on for Raid? Risky, any news?
Okay, so the final piece of content will be the Raid Class 7 update to the Dichroma Mayhem. So we will have Fire and Earth mission. It will consist of 3 bosses to challenge, and it will be balanced for 2 mono water and 2 mono fire teams. So you have to coordinate with your fellow summoners to take on the boss guardians.
Right.
And there will be 2-week challenge window for this, and will be included in the usual RC7 rotational schedule.
Okay.
After the 2-week challenge window itself.
All right. Well, here it is. So many people had been asking for Dichroma of different elements, right? It's finally here. You get Fire and Earth in Dichroma Mayhem. So if you are already familiar with Dichroma Chaos, you'll have, probably little difficulty in beating this one as well. Excited to see it in action, definitely.
Right. Okay. So I guess that's all the content for this February. So stick around for the next update. All
right, guys. Today we have a very special section of BNC for you. And it's very exciting because we're going to talk about a brand new project that we did mention before, but we have the actual producer of the project here with us today. The producer of Brave Frontier Heroes is with us. Please, everybody, welcome Shun!
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Shun from Brave Frontier Heroes. I'm a producer of this game. Today I direct you to a small introduction about this, and then I guess you have a lot of questions, various wondering. So Sherry will ask me a lot of questions instead.
I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah. So I'll start. So please go to the page 1. That's right. So Brave Frontier Heroes is basically the blockchain game, but I guess the blockchain game is, you might think very difficult, or so what do you image toward blockchain game?
Blockchain games are very new to me. I actually have very little idea of what they work like, but in my mind, it's like everything in the game is a property or an asset, and then you keep them, and you're kind of like a bank, so you keep everything for yourself.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Great, that's great. So this is basically just normal online game. So like doing quests or battles, arenas, or going out, fusing. So it's basically just online game, but you can have your units or spheres as your digital asset, which means you can sell it, you can give it to your friend, or sometimes you can use it in other games. So basically you have the ownership or the ownership data, so you can do anything. So this is the basic idea. So one interesting is each unit has the supply cap. I mean, so let's say burgers. So you like the burgers, right? But
Of course.
but there is only 50 burgers in this game. So if 1,000 people want to have the burgers, but burgers is only 50. So
not everybody gets one.
Yes, not everybody gets one.
I see.
So if you have that, if you have burgers, but so let's say you want to quit this game, so you can sell it. So it's basically easy to understand, right?
I see.
So
okay.
So this idea comes from existing blockchain game called Mythological Heroes. Actually, so this game. So this game is similar to Mythological Heroes, not Brave Frontier itself, but using a lot of Brave Frontier characters or spheres. So actually, the sphere design is crafted by the original Brave Frontier team. So you can find a lot of new spheres or a lot of new spheres, I guess. So let's move on to the slide.
Okay.
So to the vision page. So our vision is leading the blockchain gaming industry to mainstream adoptions. So I'll explain that. So the blockchain game technology itself is very new, but in the future, let's say 5 years or 10 years later, the technology itself will widely split. So I want BFH can be the trigger of the mass adoptions. So this is our vision.
I see. Okay, so the goal of Brave Frontier Heroes is for everybody to say, I remember that blockchain games became popular because of Brave Frontier.
Yeah, something like that.
Got it. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful vision.
So this is so next to the word about the word. So this word called cryptos.
How appropriate.
Yeah, cryptos. And then so you can see this, but the unique point is here. Unique properties that set it apart from anywhere else, as any summoned heroes or weapons there can be collected as asset, your asset. Yeah, so if you find good spheres, it's yours. If you can buy a rare unit, rare heroes, it's yours. It's a different point compared to like Brave Frontier, I guess. So next to the roadmap.
Okay.
So the release date of this game is 30th January.
Okay, it's very, very soon.
Yeah, very, very soon. So we try developing it as soon as possible. And then on that day, we'll start the first unit sale, like and also starting like quest or labo or so other player match arena. So a lot of stuff you can play on that day. So please move on to the I guess the last page. First unit sale.
The last
page.
The very last page. Give me a second here.
Yep.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So as you can see, so there is like 6 rarities from legendary to novice.
Okay.
Of course, the legendary is like strongest, and also the supply cap is limited, very limited.
I see.
So the lead, of course, the lead is a popular unit, but the supply cap is only 100.
I
So
see.
only 100 players
Can get
them.
read.
Yeah.
I see.
So if you have if you are eager to have it, I guess you have to start on that day. I guess.
Right. So let's say that I want to read and there's only 100 reads. How can I make sure that I get one? Is it just like the fastest person who presses the buy button gets it, or?
So
How can we
actually,
get-
the sharing system using like it's similar to Dutch auctions, and then of course if you can press as fast as possible, it's I guess it's better, but the price will decrease as time passed.
I
Yeah,
see.
but the price will increase as some users buy it.
I see.
It's like a chicken race. If you buy first, but the other players also buy that, the price will get higher. But if you wait, the price will become lower and lower.
I see.
But if some other player buy, the price is
Okay, so the more demand that there is for that character, then the value of the character will go.
yeah, basically. it's
I
like that.
see. But if nobody's getting this character and you're the only one, then the
Yeah,
value will go down.
yeah.
I see. So it's a popularity contest. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I guess it's the small introduction is like this. Other interesting one, the interesting point, you're going to art edit page.
Okay.
So it's like UGC, user generated content, but you can upload any like pictures or images to your unit. So here you can upload the cute Aris stamp, cute Aris image to the Aris, and then as a case, the skill or status will be changed. Depends on that picture.
Okay, so if you are somebody who enjoys doing a lot of fan art related to Brave Frontier, you can draw your own version of Alice and just upload it, and then that's the version that will play in the game. That is super cool.
Yeah, so if you are a creator, we welcome to join it. And then, so in this game, in Micro Heroes, there is also art edit function, but some players become popular because of his art skill.
I see.
Some top user want to have a great art as a skin, and then the user pay to the creator to draw a new picture for him.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay,
so-
so we have commissioned art and everything.
So it's like one job in this game.
I see. Can I ask you a question about this? So let's say that my friend has an Alice and my friend drew a very beautiful picture of Alice. If I buy his Alice, will the Alice still have the picture?
Yes.
There you go.
So
Okay.
the art is connected to the unit. So if you buy the unit, the art will come with it.
I see. That's beautiful.
Yep.
Wonderful. Yeah. Cool.
So, and also I'll introduce the MCH convert.
Okay.
So going to MCH convert. So I have a question. So this is the REC, not live, right?
No, we're
live,
not
right?
live. No, this
Okay.
is recorded.
Yeah. So, so MCH combat. So MCH is meaning this Minecraft Tears. But I introduced a new experience of blockchain game. So as I told you before, you can use your asset in one game and also the other game. So here in MCH combat, you can see like 3 heroes: Nightingale, D'Artagnan, Sun. How can I read this?
I think it's Sanche.
Sanche.
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah,
I'm very bad with Chinese names.
Chinese
I'm sorry.
popular hero.
Yeah.
So these are basically the Minecraft heroes characters that the user can use him or her in Play Frontier Heroes.
I see.
I guess this is a new experiment. Right? So this is one unique element of blockchain game. So Play Frontier Heroes will also try to find a partner that your unit can use in other game.
I see. That's really cool.
I cannot say which unit can be converted.
Of course, that's still a
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find a lot of partners to so that you can feel new experiment.
Yeah, that's really cool that you can kind of bring elements from a different world into this new world of cryptos, and then everybody can just live together happily. And I have seen the art for my crypto heroes, and it's very different from Brave Frontier art. So it's really cool to see those characters in Brave Frontier form. I think they look really, really, really nice.
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess that's it to explain. Do you have any questions about this game?
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
So,
I'm happy
yeah, starting with the purchasing of units. If you want to get a unit, what are the steps for me to get that unit? How do I get the currency to
That's
buy?
the most important
Yeah,
part,
I think we need to know that part.
Okay, so I'd like to explain how to set up. So basically, if you want to buy a unit, you need to have zero. And then in this game, we don't distribute a lot of zero to users actually. So because there is also our asset, it's like a currency. So you need to buy zero, buy cryptocurrency such as Ethereum. Also, the correct pronunciation will be Ethereum.
Ethereum?
Yeah, Ethereum.
Okay, is that ETH?
Yeah, ETH.
Okay, ETH.
Yeah. And also, to buy ETH, you need to have cryptocurrency exchange account.
Okay.
So if we watch this, so let's go to any crypto exchange account. So I think like Coinbase will be the most popular in the world. But
Okay.
Anything is okay, and then you need to create an account. Maybe you need to like picture with passport or something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very hard step.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very hard step.
I see.
And then you need to buy Ethereum in that crypto exchange, and then send it to your wallet. Do you know wallet?
I have a wallet. I think everybody has a wallet, but I think you mean the wallet in BFH, right?
Yeah. So it's unique. You need to have like a digital wallet to play this game. So wallet is like digital wallet to save your digital asset safely.
I see.
But it's very difficult to understand. So you can just search like BFH or Play Frontier Heroes in like App Store or Google Play Store, and then you can find Play Frontier Heroes app, and then download it, and then you can find Ethereum address. So start with 0x blah 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 blah.
Okay.
And then send Ethereum from crypto exchange to that address.
Okay.
That's the top step, I guess.
All right. It's a very long.
Yeah, it's very long
process.
Long process.
Yeah.
This is because the blockchain game is not widely spread this phase, because it's just happening phase.
Right.
I don't know how to say that.
Well, it's just getting popular now.
Yeah.
It's starting
It just
to
started,
rise.
actually.
Yeah.
This industry started like 2 years ago.
Wow, it's brand
Actually,
new.
1.5.
One and a half years ago. That's
yeah.
very recent. Yeah.
Very recently. And then you have Ethereum in your wallet, so you can buy Zell in this game.
Okay. And then with Zell, you can buy the units.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Very
from the
long
very
step.
beginning, you need real money, real world money. Then
Yeah.
you take that money and you go to a cryptocurrency supplier.
Yep.
You exchange your real money for cryptocurrency. Then you use that cryptocurrency to purchase Ethereum.
Yeah.
Then with that Ethereum in the game of Brave Frontier Heroes, you purchase Zell. And with that Zell is that you can purchase the units. Is that
That's
correct?
right, exactly.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Exactly.
I got it. I'm learning
Exactly.
something. Okay, so yeah, the process seems a little bit long right now, but as
Very
Shin
long,
said,
very long.
it's probably because it's not such a widespread practice right now, but hopefully in the future there's a lot less steps to be followed. So you know, it's going to evolve as time passes. It'll get better. It'll get a little bit more organized, and hopefully, you know, really soon in the future, it would be very nice if we could just take our real money and immediately exchange it for Ethereum or Zell without all the steps in the middle. But you know, that's for the future. Sometime in the future, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That you can be like a pioneer or like innovator in this market because this kind of experience will be common in like 5 years or 10 years later. But if you start with this phase, you can be pioneer. So you can be like influencer or something.
Right.
So I know it's very tough steps, but please start with it.
Yeah, so you could be one of the first people to say, I'm playing a blockchain game, and then with your knowledge, other people are going to want to learn from you. So yeah, if you are trying to become an influencer, this might be like a good step to just, you know, try it out and see if you like it, or, you know, just try it out with some friends and see if there's anything that interests you that might lead you to maybe even try more blockchain games in the future. I think it's a very interesting experiment. I've never seen anything like it before, so it's very exciting that it's happening with the Brave Frontier franchise. But can I ask you, why did you guys choose the Brave Frontier franchise for this game?
Okay, so Brave Frontier is a global gaming IP.
Yes.
So as you can see, there's a lot of global users, and that's a great point to the mass adoption. And also the Micro Heroes, the Brave Frontier, the system behind Brave Frontier Heroes use the system of Micro Heroes, and also the Micro Heroes using the dot art, and the Brave Frontier Heroes is Brave Frontier itself is also the dot art.
Yes, that's
so
true.
It's good synergy. This 2 point is amazing.
I see. Okay, so you guys know how difficult it is to create beautiful pixel art for a game. So you also understand that Brave Frontier is a very carefully designed game, designed with a lot of love and a lot of effort. And you know, Brave Frontier has the world record, the Guinness World Record of the most pixel art characters in any game ever. So of course, you know, we are the master of the pixel art.
Yeah.
So I guess those two match very well. That's really interesting that you guys thought about it that way. That's cool. All right, well, I'm also kind of curious about these the caps that are going to be assigned to each rarity. What is the most of a unit that we can get? So what is like the biggest number, I guess?
So the biggest number will be the unlimited. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there will be units that are unlimited amounts.
Such as Mifune.
Okay.
Yeah, Mifune is unlimited. Anyone can get if you join the Prime program. That is like subscription loyalty program.
Okay.
But the unlimited unit, you cannot sell it.
I see.
You can just use it in quests or arenas,
Okay.
but you cannot sell it.
Well, that makes sense, because if the unit is unlimited, then that means everybody can get it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't really have any reason why to buy
Yeah.
from you if I also have a Mifune. That makes sense. Now, let me ask you the opposite question. What is the smallest number of a unit that we can expect?
So smallest number will be the 50.
50, okay.
Yeah, that is called limited legendary rarity.
I see. So if there's 1 million people playing Brave Frontier Heroes and there's only 50 of that read that we were discussing earlier, then only the 50 people out of those 1 million people will have that unit in their possession.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
Even me, even I cannot add the supply cap because it is the data it is written in blockchain. So I cannot abuse that number.
Right, right. So it's just a set rule, and nobody touches that rule, and we just follow that rule for the rest of the game, as long as it's alive. I see. Okay, cool. Another very interesting aspect of this game is that you can trade things back and forth, right? You can trade spheres and you can trade units.
Yeah.
Is there like any specific rules that you have to follow when you are trading? Like you can't trade this kind of thing, or you can't?
So basically there are no rules. So there's two types of the marketplace. Now one is in-game. So we provide a function to buy and sell. That you can use the Z to buy it or sell it.
Okay.
And then the other is the partner crypto asset marketplace, such as like OpenSea or such as OpenSea. OpenSea is the biggest one in the world.
Okay.
So you can buy and sell using Ethereum, ETH, but it's totally responsible for you.
All right. Okay. Well, that's fun. In the original Brave Frontier, we don't have the ability to trade our units back and forth. So even if you have 50 Mifune, but you only need 1 Mifune, you are stuck with 50 Mifune. You can't really do anything unless you sell him or trade him for like merit points or something like that. But in this case, if you have 2 reads and there's only 50 of them, and your best friend is also playing the game, if you love your best friend, maybe you give him the read because you're so nice. So that's a very interesting aspect of the game as well. You did mention earlier that we're going to have quests in this game. So it's not just about the involvement of assets and trading back and forth, but it's actually like a playable game, right? Can you tell us more about the quest portion of it?
So quest is a bit different from what the Brave Frontier has. So going to the quest page, and so there's several quests, and then you fight with your parties. It's the max. It's like 5 versus 5 battle, 5 versus 5 odd battle. So if you set the parties, the battle will start and end automatically.
Okay.
So you need to have strategy in your mind and when you create a party. And then you can get spheres or EXP, experiment point, when you win all the quests. And then sometimes you can get the rare spheres called original spheres, and then you can buy it or sell it.
I see. Okay. I also saw something about maybe some fusion happening. Maybe if you have enough spheres, you can make an even more powerful version.
So, yes, it's also different from what Brave Frontier has, but if you cannot get original spheres, but you can get replica spheres, and then you can use it in fuse sphere function, and then use replica sphere to level up the original spheres.
I see.
And if you have strong original spheres, you can go to like higher quest or higher level arenas.
I see. Okay, so this is all very interesting stuff. Actually, Brave Frontier Global has a kind of similar system where you can have 2 different spheres, and if you craft them together, it becomes like one more powerful sphere. So our global players would be a little bit familiar with how this works, but it's still really fun to look forward to because you don't need necessarily a very cool, rare, original sphere to win battles in the game. If you have enough, replica spheres, maybe you can just make a stronger one so that you can get by until you get lucky and then a rare sphere drops for you. So that will be very helpful in battle, I think. Yeah, cool. I'm trying to think here if I have any more questions. Yes.
Can I say one
Of
thing?
course, please do.
Yep.
Yes.
So Blade Frontier Heroes will start with very simple game or simple phase. Just have a questing, just have PvP. So the function itself is start with very small. But in the future, we'll implement like guild function or raid or like adventure quest, march. A lot of things are waiting. And also, if the game can be popular, more and more I can do more and more. So maybe if you used to like Blade Frontier itself, the Blade Frontier here seems very very simple, but the experiment of like digital set or unit itself is a bit it's very new to you. So please, how can I say? Please looking forward to the future or creating the future with us.
Okay, that was lovely. Very good. So, guys, please show your support for Brave Frontier Heroes. Again, like Shin said, the more that you guys show your support and the more that you show interest in the game, the more that the game can expand. We can get new content, we can get really cool new stuff as long as, there's somebody out there who's playing it, there's somebody out there who's enjoying the game for what it is. Yes, it is very new, and new things are sometimes a little bit scary, but they're also very fun because they're new challenges, things that you have never really explored before, and you don't know if you will like it unless you try it, right? So give it a try, see, what it is about it that you might enjoy. First and foremost, all of the familiar faces that you're going to see in there, like, Mifune, who was mentioned before, and other great legendary Brave Frontier heroes that we can expect in the new world of cryptos. I think it's a very exciting journey. And thank you for choosing Brave Frontier for your game, because we love Brave Frontier. We're all very big Brave Frontier fans, obviously, so we want the franchise to keep growing and to become even more widespread around the world, and I think this is a great way to start. All right, well, thank you very much for your time here, Shun. Please come back again soon.
Yeah, thank you, Sherry.
And best of luck with Brave Frontier Heroes. Look forward to it, guys. All right, it is time for the Q&A section where you guys ask the questions and Risky gives you all of the answers. And our first question today here is by TheAverageFanboy. He or she, well, I'm guessing it's a he because he said fanboy, but just in case, wants to know if we are planning on updating the rewards in the raid medal slots.
So yeah, we are currently looking into it for the raid medal and as well as the Colosseum looping rewards.
Okay, he does have a second parter here. He also would like to know if we have any plans to update Adriesta's batch.
That's as well. I think the team itself is planning to gradually update the Galadorn batch, so and pairing them up for the DBB as well. So it's going to be very exciting to see all those nice, Ilm is my personal favorite in terms of like style. Ilm and Al-Akkad, but Al-Akkad is not listed down here. But Ilm is one of my favorite non-human.
My favorite from Adriesta's batch is definitely Gabriella. Like, I feel like I just relate really well with her. So it's just like this kind of like really dark lady who's like just gonna shred you to pieces, and that's the kind of vibes that I want to give off. That's the kind of energy that I'm after. So, all right, cool. Well, looking forward to those updates in the future. Moving on to the question number 2 by Datenshi. Datenshi Kyrielight. Favex. That's a very long name. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. I know that you're from Mexico, so saludos a toda mi gente mexicana. Espero que estén bien y toda nuestra gente hispana. Gracias por ver el show. Now, Datenshi wants to know if there's any possibility to add Elementum or Genimus Tomes or shards to the Guild Relic Bazaar. That's his first question.
Okay, so we got some answer from the design team itself, but the Guild Relic Bazaar itself is intended for it's intended to feature the past non-collaboration trophy or limited rewards that cannot be obtained anymore. So things that you can obtain from another thing, like resources, materials, will not be included into it. It's kind of like that balance because it's always good for you to like be able to get everything, but if you can get everything from anywhere, there's not going to be like a specific purpose of it, right? Like for
Very
example,
hard to manage it all.
yeah, very hard to manage as well because Elementum and Gemini Stone is something that usually we keep under control, so we will try to give it through login campaign, community event reward, or event bazaar. Yeah, but the Guild Relic is focusing on things that
have to do with Guild.
Limited time, and the non-collab trophy items. So, yeah, unfortunately, there's no plan to add those two.
Okay. So, question number 2 here. Any chance to add Rainbow Crystals, Omni Frog, and Burst Queens in the Honor Summon?
Not at the moment, but the team will look at the possibility of updating it.
Okay, I mean that would be a cool update, but maybe sometime in the farther future. And then his last question was about, I believe her name was Lucia. Yeah, Lucia was the first unit contest winner that we had, unit design contest winner that we had for Brave Frontier, and she got kind of stuck at like, at a lower evolution. She never made it to Omni. He would like to know if there is any chance to make her Omni, to bring her back to the meta, make her more playable at this stage.
Well, right now unfortunately there's no plan for that because considering the rest of the updates we are having and even just now we mentioned that we wanted to update some of the older units like the Galadorn batch. So unfortunately right now there's no plan to update her.
Right.
Maybe someday in the future if we have a special occasion or anything.
Yeah, we just have a little bit too much on our hands right now, and that would be very low on the priority list, unfortunately. So, but her art is still very lovely to look at because she was made by one of you guys, by a summoner, and that's really, really amazing. So we still love Lucia. Much love to Lucia now and always. Now for the last question of the day by Ivan Canistro or Ivan Canistro. I'm really happy to see that your units are making it into global. Can we expect the 12 Zodiac units as well?
Yes, so it's unlikely we can fit all the 12 Zodiac units from EU, but we'll be selectively working to that. So look forward for the releases. Hopefully some of the selected one will be in the global version as well.
All right, so we can expect more EU units, just not necessarily all of the ones that you guys are expecting or hoping for, but there will be more, and I'm very excited to see them in the game because it's always fun to, get more awesome and new content. But I think that's it for us here today. Rizky, anything else to add before we go?
Nope, I think that's all for the February update and Summoners Corners as well. So, this time around, I guess we just want to highlight that for the Summoners Corner, we are getting additional comments from our Facebook page as well. So feel free to share. I think since 2 months ago, our team has been sharing the BNC video in Facebook.
That is true.
It's the same video, but usually the YouTube version will come out
a bit
on the
earlier.
day itself.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks later, earlier, and 2 weeks later, there will be a Facebook version. So basically, for people who are not missing out the video itself when we first post it, you can always check Facebook and check the Facebook video for the previous record.
Right. YouTube is sometimes funny about notifying you when a video is out or when one of your subscriptions has a new video. So maybe if you are missing, the notification on YouTube and you haven't noticed that the video is out, you might happen to see it on Facebook instead, and then you can just watch it there. It has many users. A lot of our summoners are very active on our Facebook page, and they can just watch the video from there. So, from anywhere that you are watching, we still appreciate you. We thank you very much for supporting our game and for supporting this show. We love making it for you. We love giving you guys the news. And we will see you on the next one. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.